Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this video, we will be talking about alpha-beta pruning, which is used in game playing. Now, in my previous video, we talked about Minimax algorithm, and in Minimax algorithm, we saw that the complexity of the Minimax algorithm is basically calculated in the order of b to the power d. So when we are considering a game tree, let us say this is the game tree representation. So b would be the branching factor, that means the number of child each of the node has, and d will be the depth. So this is basically considered while we are performing any search based on the Minimax algorithm. Now, talking about the Minimax algorithm, the primary disadvantage of Minimax algorithm is that it has to explore, or it has to examine exponential number of moves. So exponential number of moves means we have to explore each and every node which is present in the game tree, and this is basically a limitation of the Minimax algorithm, because if there are a lot of nodes available, then the number of nodes which we need to explore or examine is also very large. So this particular exponential number of moves cannot be avoided in Minimax algorithm. However, this exponential number of moves, or the exponent, can be reduced into half. Okay, so if we are considering how to overcome the limitation of your Minimax algorithm, so we can consider that if we compute the correct Minimax decision, then when we are examining every node in the game tree, then there is a possibility that we would be able to reduce the number of exponents, so that we will have to apply in the current Minimax algorithm, so that we can reduce the exponential number of moves into half. So what would be the solution? Let me write it down for you all. So this is that if we compute the correct minimax decision without looking at every node in the game tree. So if we are not considering each and every node in the game tree, we can reduce the number of moves into half. So reduce the number of moves into half. So if we are considering the original complexity which is associated with Minimax, so b to the power d is basically reduced into b to the power d by 2. So most importantly, there are a few things which are related to this alpha beta pruning. That is, first of all, we have to understand that what is the meaning of pruning. Pruning means that we are cutting off, or we are eliminating large parts of the tree. So eliminating large parts of the game tree. So this is basically the pruning process. When applied to a standard Minimax tree, it returns the same move as the original Minimax standard Minimax tree, and it would also have same move as that of the Minimax algorithm, but it prunes away branches which cannot possibly influence the final decision. Okay, so output of, if we are considering the output, so output of Minimax is equivalent, or is equal to the output of alpha beta pruning. Okay, however, the only difference is that here in alpha beta pruning, we have to we can prune away the branches, or we can simply eliminate the branches which influences the which do not have any influence on the final decision or on the final output. So now minimax search is depth first. Okay, so if we are considering minimax search, it is depth first, so that any one time we just have to consider the nodes along a single path in the tree. All right, and it gets its name from the two parameters that we have already described, that is the alpha and beta. Okay, so talking about these two parameters, let us first discuss what is alpha and beta. So alpha is the value of the best or the highest um, value choice for max. Okay, so this is the value of the best value or the best choice for a max move. So max and mean moves we have already discussed. So generally we start playing the game using a max move, and then min move comes. So alternatively, max and min goes on applying their moves until they get a winning utility value, and this is the value of the best choice for min. Okay, choice for min. Again, here I would like to mention that for max it will choose the maximum value out of all the values, and for min, if we are about to choose the best choice, that means it is the minimum value of all the moves. Okay, so it is the minimum value of all the moves. So these two factors we have to remember. Now alpha beta search or alpha beta pruning, what is it does is it's update the values of alpha and beta as it goes along and prunes the remaining branches at a node as soon as the value of current node is known to be worse than the current alpha or beta value, max or min respectively. Now talking about this from the practical aspect, every time alpha will be alpha and beta will be updated. Okay, alpha and beta would be updated, and after it is updated it will prune away the remaining branches. So it prunes away remaining branches as soon as the value of current node is known to be worse than the current alpha or beta value. So if I am finding alpha value 1 to be 3, so all other nodes whose values are less than 3 would be pruned off. Okay, and suppose beta, if I'm getting beta value is 2, so all other nodes whose values are greater than 2 would be pruned off. So this is the logic. Or pruned off means we are eliminating all other nodes which has values which are greater than 2. So this is basically the minimum value which we have considered for all other nodes, and this is the maximum value which we have considered for all other nodes. Now let us consider a small example, that means a small game tree. Suppose I have A, then we have B, then C, then D, and here let us consider the utility values as there is B1, B2 and B3. Similarly C1, C2 and C3, and similarly D1, D2 and D3. Okay, so here what we will try to do is we have to first introduce the utility which would already be given to us: 2, 4, 6, then 14, 5 and 2. Now first let us solve this problem using the standard minimax algorithm. So when we considered the minimax algorithm, what was the first thing that we considered? That the game started with the max node, and alternately the min node and max node would play against each other. Okay, so when we are considering the utility values which is given, let us say b1, b2, b3, c1, c2, c3, and d1, d2, and d3 here. Okay, so when we are considering this for b node, so what should be the minimum, what should be the minimum value, since min node is playing its best move here in this level? So the minimum of b would be 3. Okay, then for c, the minimum of c would be 2, and for d, the minimum of d would be 2 again. And after that max will play its move. So when max is playing its move, it will consider the maximum possible value, which is 3. Okay, so the search or the traversal would, exploring of the particular problem would take place in this direction. All right, so if we consider representing this in the standard minimax uh, representation, so if we are considering minimax value, let's say root, so you can represent this in something like this. So max of min 3 12 8, min 2 4 6, min 14 5 and 2. So representing this, what do we get? Max minimum of 3 12 and 8 is 3, minimum of 2 4 6 is 2, and minimum of 14 5 2 is 2. So what we get is 3. Okay, so this is how we can solve this problem using the standard minimax problem. Now when we are doing minimax algorithm, so when we are solving this problem using minimax, what we are trying to do is we have searched for each and every node which belongs to b, c and d respectively. Okay, so the complexity again here is more because each of the node has to be explored. Now if we are applying alpha beta pruning for the same problem, okay, so let's apply alpha beta pruning for the same. So when we are applying alpha beta pruning for the same, let us consider that there is an assumption that at each point we show the range of possible values for each node. Okay, so we'll have one small assumption. So assumption where at each node or at each point we show the range of possible values for each node. Okay, so we will have to associate a range for each of the node. Now let us consider the same tree, or we will just represent it here. So A, and then we have B, then C and D. Yes, followed by D, and after that we will have the utility values, which is 3 12 and 8. Similarly C will have 2 4 6. Similarly D will have 14 5 and 2. So when we are considering this representation, what is the value we are getting? So first we have to associate a range for each of them. Okay, so associating a range for each of the nodes, initially we'll be looking into B. So in B we will be associating minus infinity to infinity. This is the range that the node B can have. So since the first leaf below B has 3, so initially the first leaf, okay, so first leaf, this has value 3. Hence B, which is a minimum value, could have a value at most 3. So this was my max move and this was my min move. Okay, so when my first leaf is equal to 3, that means let us first replace the value of the B value as 3 here. Okay, so when we are replacing this as 3, that means B node can have a value which has which can be at most 3. Okay, because since it's a min value, since we have already got one value for this particular node, other values which are greater than 3 will not be accepted by this node, because it will be always accepting the minimum value, which would be 3. Okay, so B, let me write it down, B can have a value which is at most 3, since it is a min node. Okay, since it is a min node, so it can have a value which has a which is at most 3. Okay, now let us confirm whether that the value of B is 3 or not for this particular exercise or this particular tree. So the second leaf below B has a value which is 12. Okay, so second leaf, it has a value which is 12, and now it B cannot have the value 12 because we already have a value 3 associated with it. So this particular value will not be accepted. Okay, because it will still have at most 3 in number. Now let us consider the third leaf. Okay, so when we are considering the third leaf below B has a value of 8. 8 is again greater than 3. Okay, so min would avoid this move, and since we are considering min to be the minimum node, or it would select the minimum value. So out of these 3 values, the first value which we got, which was 3, will not be replaced by the other 2 values. So hence we will be confirmed that this particular node has a value 3. Okay, so we will simply put down the range here. Okay, so once we are putting down the range here, so we got one value for this particular level, which is the min level. So let us simply propagate this particular value here. So here also we have, let me write down with the same color as it is there. So here also we will have the same representation, minus infinity to plus infinity, and since we are moving the first value to be the next best value of max, so what we will do is we will simply put 3 here. Okay, so because we have at least got one value from this particular layer, so let me first check if this particular value would work fine or not. Okay, so as already mentioned, that we have moved 3 to the max level. Okay, now the first leaf below C, now let us consider this was the condition for B. Okay, now let us consider the condition for C. So if I'm considering the same operation for C, what is the situation? The situation is that the first leaf below C has the value 2. Okay, this will have the value 2. So let me consider C to have the value 2. So here also I will introduce minus infinity and we will have 2 here. Okay, so now C can have C can have at max 3. So C can have at max 2 or at most 2 as its final value. Now let us consider the second one. But before we go to the second one, let us compare the value of A here now. Okay, so before we go to the second node, that means before we go to 4 and 6, first let us compare the first two values which we have obtained from the mean level. That means from the mean level we have obtained now two values, 3 and 2, right? Now A already has, the max node already has a 3 value here. That means max will accept any value which is greater than 3, and it will not accept any other value which is greater than, which is less than 2, right? So now let us see what are the values we got after we have evaluated two nodes of mean. We have one node as 3 and the other node as 2. Now 3 is lesser than 2, hence max node will never accept 2, right? So in order uh, to apply alpha beta pruning, what we will try to do is we will now eliminate this entire path. Okay, this entire path would be eliminated. And why it is eliminated? Because this is giving me a utility value of 2 instead of already a value which I am getting here as 3. So hence the middle node, that means C and its associated path, will completely be pruned off. Okay, A is a max node and it already has the value 3, therefore it would never accept 2, and there is no point in looking at other successors of C also, because we have understood that all the successors of C might have a value which might be greater than C or less than greater than 2 or less than 2. However, the min node, since C is a min node, it will always accept a value which is lesser than 2. And now even if I am getting a value here as C as 1 or 0, still A will never accept it, because it will accept only values which is greater than 3. That is why it is no point exploring C. So hence this particular branch would entirely be pruned off. Similarly, if we are considering the node D, okay, so first leaf, if we are considering D, so first leaf what we are getting as, let me again put here as minus infinity and 14. Okay, so when we are considering the first leaf, what is the value we are getting here? We are getting the first leaf as 14. Now C can have a value which is at most 14. Okay, since at most 14, that means any value which is lesser than 14 would be accepted, right? Okay, so D is D can at most be 14. So this is a higher alternative to the existing value of root, which is 3. That means we had 3 here initially and 14 here initially. So there is a possibility that I can replace this particular value as, I can replace this particular value as 14, right? However, let me check if I can actually do that. Okay, so the second successor of D, let us consider the second successor of D. So if we are considering it, then it is basically 5, right? So the second successor of D is 5. So if this is 5, then since D has a minimum value, that means it will take the minimum of 14 and 5, which is 5, right? So which is 5. So let me replace this with 5 now, and let us consider the third leaf here. So when we are considering the third leaf, this is again 2. So if this is 2, that means since D is a minimum node, it will take the minimum of 14, 5 and 2. So hence this particular node would become 2. Okay, so D will have a value which is 2. Now again the same situation will appear where we have already a fixed we have already a value which is 3, and max will only accept a value which is higher than 3. That means this particular D node or D and its successors also will not be considered. That means the final value that max will have is 3 only. Okay, so this is also giving me the same result as that of, which is finally 3. So this is also giving me the same result as that of your minimax algorithm, but here what I'm doing is I am completely pruning off this C node. Okay, so C is completely pruned off or eliminated, and hence this alpha beta pruning helps in order to reduce the time complexity of the given algorithm from big O of b to the power d to big O of d by 2. That means we are actually reducing the number of moves that we need to do in order to explore the game tree. Okay, and we also have to understand that if we initially get a value, okay, so if we initially get a value which is initially get a value which is which has the correlation to the assumptions, correlation to alpha and beta. That means if the initial value is a maximum value or if the initial value is a minimum value, it becomes much easier to, it will become much faster and easier to solve a problem. However, if we get a scenario which is basically, in the previous example it is something like the D node or the B node, at that point of time this will behave same in the same manner as how minimax behaves. But if we get the best possible move, that means if we get the best possible assumption initially, what we will have is we will get a problem in a much faster time as compared to your alpha beta, as compared to your minimax algorithm. So this is one of the very useful techniques when it comes to game playing, because we do not actually need to go for entire exhaustive search of the game tree. We simply have to prune off whichever branch does not have influence on the final decision. So this is all for today. Thank you.